Hello and welcome to the Handicapable Black Woman Throne Room. My view of humanity is a whole new tea. Hello and hi to all of my lovelies, my royalty. How are you guys doing? At least, first, let me just give my condolences to Canada. I, whew, I, I don't even have any words yet. And I want to make sure I try to talk about it like at some point, but I'm still digesting what ICE has done in this country and the heartbreak and just the lives that Republicans say all lives matter, but they keep proving themselves false within that like statement. And I don't know, it's just yeah, it's the month of love, but a lot of people are not sharing much love, including Pam Bondi, which I will be talking about her as well. I don't know if I'm going to drag her. I haven't really dragged too many people yet. I've talked about, trust me, I haven't dragged. But yeah, with the way she acted yeah, let's just say the Republican Party keeps proving how bigoted, awful, heartless they truly are. So part of me is like, what do they do for Valentine's Day? Since they have no heart, they have nothing to celebrate. It's like, since they have that no heart, they have no need for the Valentine's cards and the chocolates and the roses and things like that. So, I don't know. It's just with now we have the situation in Canada and lives lost, people injured. I'm just hoping that Canada doesn't repeat what a lot of the Republican MAGA side does is, oh, well, we'll pray for you. We'll do no, you need more than prayer. Either laws or different consequences and things like that. Because it's like if you want to say the whole all lives, that includes every single life, and we can't even follow that. The people that are being locked up is like because all means including immigrants. All means including immigrants and the homeless and people of color and black people and the non-religious and LGBTQ plus. All lives. It's like they want to say love thy neighbor until you add one of those things next to it. If it's a black neighbor, if it's there an LGBTQ plus neighbor, if they're a immigrant neighbor, if they're a poor or lower class neighbor, they don't include that in the all. They don't include them in the all, but a lot of the ones in the lower class want to be included, and especially if they're white, they say, at least I'm not black, at least I'm not a person of color, at least I'm not the other. While the rich are taking advantage of them, using them, allowing the poor to spend every dime on their taxes and on their rent and things. And then they want to raise the rent, raise the utilities and things like that. Then things go haywire and things go out, but they still need to pay. But and then pay the millionaires, the billionaires. But then all lives, even though a lot of people aren't able to live their life, they're struggling through life, like penny pinching, like holding their breath just to try to save a little for later almost. And then even back to Pam. Don't trust me. I'm gonna get to the topic or the main topic, but this is just a lot of the things going on in my head over the last 24 to maybe 40, like mostly 24, but kind of 48 hours. Is just with Pam Bondi, when those women stood up, when they raised their hands, when they needed empathy and compassion the most. And Pam Bondi is one of those basic MAGA, like conservative, like the the just the type we don't trust. She's one of those basic women where we know not to trust her, not to tell her our business, not to get near her. It's like, no, no. Because when those women just needed a simple apology for not being recognized after all of the torment and then their names being leaked, and then them wanting to give more information to try to get justice for what had happened to them. Pam Bot, she's too busy like trying to say her title and prove herself, but prove herself into ignorance, prove herself into the poorly educated demographic of people who are so hateful, awful, just disgraceful. But to her, that's every other day. Like bigotry, hateful, and the hate that a lot of women get out here nowadays, that's just like whatever. You must have the orange man derangement syndrome. That's what she wanted to focus on. And then trying to focus on the economy when, yeah, okay, if you look at the economy, look at the jobs. Because when you keep looking at the economy, it's the rich getting richer. And not only the rich getting richer, but we almost have a trillionaire. We have billionaires making more upon more billions, and then a lot of people whose rent is going up, hardly able to take care of their children. But then our country expects them to make more children. And then also they want to make a rule, I think Project 2025 and all that mess, where it's like they want to reward you if you have a certain amount of kids, but then you have to stay married to that same person. Even if that endangers the woman, it could possibly endanger the man too, but more than likely it's going to endanger the woman. And or if they fall out of love, it's like, because if they divorce and they remarry, then you no longer can get, like, even though it's like staying in a safe home. Because I was like, see, this is what I don't get. Because you know what? Yeah, maybe I'll just stick to this topic because it's really aggravating me. Because the more I'm hearing, and the thing is, I've read a lot of the Project 2025. It angered me, so I couldn't read all of it, but I read a lot of it. And I might go back and read more of it, but it's just frustrating how they're the MAGA women, you voted for this. And conservative women, you voted for this. Republican women, you voted for this. You can never go back and say, I didn't vote for it. Yes, you did. Black women try to tell you so. I'm going to keep saying that because we kept on. 92% of us, we kept saying it. The black women on YouTube and TikTok and so many other socials, we kept telling you. But then you kept saying, "Oh, I'm exhausted from black people. Oh, that you guys just complain too much. There's no more racism." Blah 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 blah. Now what? Now what? And yeah, a lot of people of color, especially people of color men, said this too. I'll save that for a different episode because I want to hear I want to know what they think now. Some of them are still celebrating, and some of them are even ice. I want to like, I'm curious with the Hispanic ICE people, or even with any of the like the legal citizens that are people of color whose family members are immigrants. Are you making sure that none of the teams go to your family's houses? Because how about if one of those teams goes to your mother's house or your auntie's house? your niece's house, your sister's house, your brother, your uncle, your grandfather. What about that? What are you going to do then? What are you going to do then? Because I mean, that's just your job. Are you going to congratulate them for, getting to their quota? Are you going to make sure you tell your family members goodbye? Or have you already told your family members who might be in question goodbye? Or are you making sure they have their papers? What are you doing to your family members, that are a little on the iffy side? Because I saw and witnessed interviews where a family were split. Half of them were voting MAGA, and those were the ones who were legal citizens. And the others, it's like some were legal citizens, but some were not. They voted for Kamala, but they were heartbroken with the other family members, and they were wondering, how can you vote for this? And even last week I saw a story where there's this couple who own like a cafe and stuff, and they're Hispanic, and they were saying how they voted for the orange man. And they voted for the orange man because they can make more money. See, people care more about money than they do the breath of a person, than they do a life of a person. They say they're pro-life until they don't care. Like, they care more about their wallet once that person catches their first breath. Then you're on your own. Then figure it out. I just, it's disgusting and awful. They want to say all lives matter, but I want to be able to buy my eggs, my groceries, and everything that I want. I want to be able to buy my designer bag and things like that, because I'd rather make sure that I look rich than have a rich heart, have a rich spirit, and be giving and loving and compassionate. I care more about how I am down here and risk my chance of going to heaven. Because remember, the orange man even said during that Christian breakfast thing, the prayer thing, yeah, that he doesn't even know if he's going to heaven. Interesting, isn't it? He said this at the Christian meal thing, yeah. But you guys are still going to oh, he's this, he's amazing, he's always honest and truthful, but he keeps getting caught in lies. How come his name is in the Epstein files a million times? A million times. He acts like he has done, like, and people keep trying to say, well, these ladies said he did nothing wrong, and these ladies said he did, like, let's wait until the last group of paperwork. But at the same time, the paperwork has already proven he is a racist bigot. We already knew that, but now there's more evidence in those files. We already knew that, but for some people, they were never going to wake up and realize that they were all, because a lot of the bigots didn't want to be seen how their bigot leader was going to be proven to be a bigot, because since they love him so much, since they applaud him so much, yeah, they mirror him. So as long as they can hide his bigotry, they thought it would hide their bigotry. But now that his bigotry is being more evident than ever, the reflection of their bigotry is shining right off of them. How does that feel? It's interesting, isn't it? And for these women to be brave enough to go to that meeting, and then Pam Bondi couldn't even turn her head. She couldn't even turn around. She couldn't apologize. All lives, all, every single one, not leaving one behind. It's interesting how you say they matter, because What's the definition of matter? Because from what I'm seeing, I don't think a lot of the lives matter in a lot of these people's eyes. They matter to me, but then they put me down for me actually having empathy and compassion and everything that CK said that people should not have. He said empathy is a weakness. And I'm going to keep saying that because a lot of the Republican Party, they're acting like they're the good guys, they're the great guys, they're the Christian guys. But I really want to figure out what's the definition and what, like, because they want to say the Bible, but then a lot of them are not following the Bible. They want to twist and turn certain parts of the Bible, especially slavery. Especially that with the LGBTQ plus community. But then they'll cheat on their wife, though. They'll cheat on their wife, though. Even on a, even with a child, though. Yeah, ooh, yeah, yeah. Some of these billionaires, like, okay, and one of them wanted to say it's not a crime, it's not a crime. Yeah, passing on a sexually transmitted disease to you. Yeah, they're just letting that slide. They're just like, no, that's not illegal. That's disgusting. And the way that some of these, especially male, like quote unquote news people, are just like, oh, let it slide. Oh, whatever. Like it's just what men are supposed to or can do. That's disgusting. And it's like, and they are, a lot of them, because I think he, like, yeah, the whole Christian group, like, so with the whole Project 2025 crap, if another man does that to his wife and she wants to leave him, but then she wants to have kids with the next person, you're actually not going to allow her that respect. And or like they're even trying to get rid of some of the styles of divorce. Yeah. And that would actually try to trap and keep the woman with that man. But then you expect the woman to marry at a young age when she doesn't even know that man yet. And a lot of these men change, or especially after the woman has kids and her body changes, then all of a sudden the man feels that gives them permission, even though they expect the woman nowadays to work, go home, cook, clean, take care of the children, and like not basically you don't have time to work out, but then the man wants to still blame her. But then when he goes and cheats, oh no, he's going to blame the woman. He's going to gaslight the woman. He's going to make sure the woman feels bad about herself and saying, well, you shouldn't have like just let yourself fall apart. And he's looking like Pillsbury Doughboy, but kind of, no, no, actually, no. The Pillsbury Doughboy, like, no, no, you're adorable. You're adorable. You're a cutie. So I'm going to say, oh, the father from Family Guy. Because, yeah, I've seen this all the time. Like, a lot of these men that look just like him. You know who I'm talking about? Yeah. It's like, but then their wife looks like the the wife on Family. Yeah. Yeah. But then the man's still complaining about how she looks. He looks a hot mess. Mm. But it's okay if they fall apart. It's not okay for the woman to fall apart, even though she's making sure everything in the household is even paid for and like put together, and the kids are healthy and taken care of, and that his stomach and everything is full, and it's not, yeah, big and full. But they're allowed to fall apart, but the woman isn't. But then the man will go and cheat, and the man will do, maybe even put his hands on her and things like that. But it's like this country is acting like she is obligated to stay with him. And I'm not saying women don't, it's like the situation can't be switched. But this country tries to rule by the man, tries to make sure the man has everything that he wants. And especially since the birth rate's going down and there's a lot of single men around, they're not trying to fix the issues within men. They're trying to force women to tolerate. They're trying to force women to be in harmful situations or situations where they're not loved, but they have to treat a grown man like the mother and the girlfriend and the secretary and the assistant all at once. And then they want it done with a smile. And it's like, and be submissive and lose their right to vote because they just want us to shut up and cook and clean. Shut up and get in bed with them. But then at the end of the day, when we get older, they might, want to switch us out for a new model. You see, if they're gonna change the rules, they need to make sure to do that too. And or they need to make sure once you get married, ladies, create a prenup. Only like if he doesn't want to get married without the prenup, don't do it. But get that prenup and like in writing, like in that prenup, have like for each year married that you're gonna get a certain amount of money, like a salary. Because if he's gonna leave you, if he's gonna cheat on you and everything, no, you, make sure you get your bag. Okay, make sure you get something out of it. Mm-hmm. And make sure you say after taxes. Yeah. Okay, say after taxes because then he's going to have to give you the money for that includes the taxes. So then when you pay the taxes, you'll have that amount. And yes, is that petty? I don't care. Especially if he cheated on you or if he did you wrong or if he put his hands on you, he deserves to pay the taxes. It's called you're a no good dog tax. That's what it's called. Yeah. So, those are kind of my thoughts. And yes, did I kind of go around everywhere? This Valentine's Day, my mind's been everywhere, especially, oh, that Norway Olympian. Oh, I'm talking about that soon. I will, yeah, yes. The Pam Bondi, ooh, yes, I brought it up a little bit, but there's so much to that because, again, it's like I'm gonna talk to the colonizers because if you agree with like if you are applauding Pam Bondi and everything like that, you're one of those colonizing women, or if you're a guy, you're one of the colonizers. You're one of the people we can't be safe with. We can't trust you. It's like if you are mad that we don't share information because I've realized like especially over the last few years, who were the colonizers in my life? Who were the people who were either trying to tear me down or they were so jealous of me they would not like just if I asked for assistance or an opinion or anything like that. They tried their best to make sure that I was going to fail or that I was going to give up. And they did that with all of their might. All of their might. So I just with Valentine's Day. I mean, this might come after Valentine's Day. I don't know. I'll see how I feel. But all lives matter is everybody. And yes, our country might be getting money like, oh, the orange man made how many billion in a year? I think 3. Yeah, I think 3. And so, how many people are unemployed? How much are groceries? Because yeah, there's like even like the nutrition, like oh these nutrition people, the flipping of the food pyramid, and then the whole thing with being on the spectrum, and oh, and then whole milk, and then the meat and everything. It's like if you drink whole milk, do you boo? But like heart disease, because yeah, speaking of Valentine's Day, speaking of the heart disease is one of the main reasons a lot of people are going bye-bye and well hopefully going to heaven, but some people not so fortunate. Yeah, so I'm just I'll just say make sure to talk to your doctor, someone with an actual, and I trust me, this is coming from someone who I have met some absolutely awful, terrible doctors. Isn't that right, Dr. George Cirilli? Isn't that right, Dr. George Cirilli? You are one of the worst people I've ever, and this is all in my opinion, but I've already talked about it. Look up that video, but I've told the majority of the story. I mean, I didn't kind of go deep into that appointment and the like, but I think I expressed myself enough. And so yeah, but I'm still going to tell you, go to a health professional. And if you don't like that doctor, there's more. Yeah. My last doctor, she was amazing, but yeah, she had to leave. Like, a lot of people are leaving the health system that I'm with. I don't know if that's a hint or a sign, but at the same time, a few of them are absolutely awful, terrible human beings. So I'm kind of, but then my last one was amazing. So I'm I celebrate the bad ones leaving, but then my heart breaks when I finally found an amazing, good quality person that had a heart, that would listen, and she was into natural medicine as well. So, yeah. So, yeah, this is coming from someone with a disability. Talk to your health experts. Read a book on it, because you might, it was like, or even learn more about your family tree with some of these conditions. But, you know, yeah, it's like, so basically, this is kind of like a summary of everything with the heart. Because with Canada and what happened, my heart goes out to you. And I know there's a lot of heartbreak and mourning. And you, sadly enough, they had to witness some of the hate that America has gone through day by day with these school situations, and with like the past, like even our ICE people. But we've faced this so many times. It's kind of just like another day, and that's even more frightening. It's more like, and as a Democrat, it's like I want it to be more controlled, but the Republicans are, they want their Second Amendment. Some voted for the Orange Man the first time just for the Second Amendment. Isn't that right, Mrs. Masher? Isn't that right, Mr. No Heart's family? All of you told me that you were going to vote for him because he's going to make sure you kept your Second Amendment, and you claimed that Mrs. Clinton was going to just take it away from you. Yeah, that's what you all told me. Huh. Where are we now? But with Pam Bondi not having the guts and the heart to be able to apologize to those women, the pain in those women's heart, the pain that they had to go through, it's a shame. It's awful. So at the end of the day, yeah, I'm going to be talking about the Norway situation in one of the next episodes, and my ex, Mr. Lakaki, when he tried to audition or try to be a stripper. Huh. So yeah, there's going to be some comedy. Maybe not comedy, but at least a little giggle and things like that. But with your heart, keep it protected, because in so many ways, our economy, our government's trying to break it, either through how we eat and take care of our bodies, or how men are going to be like, they're literally trying to trap us women in these relationships and marriages that are toxic and dangerous. Be careful. Like I said, get a prenup. Do everything and anything that's going to protect you from danger. And okay, well, I'll wrap it up there. Thank you so much for listening to the Handicapable Black Woman Throne Room. I am a woman, I am of color, and I am handicapable. But most importantly, I am human, and you're human too. Hold on to your heart.